File 8B. Listening. Speaker 1.
When I was about 15, I got a part-time job in a supermarket. The job was in the cash office, so I had quite a lot of responsibility. I had to collect the money from the tills, count it, and put it in the safe for the security people to collect the next morning. I was still at school at the time, so I worked for a couple of hours on a Friday evening and all day on Saturdays. At Christmas, I did more hours because I had more time and there were more customers. The girls in the office were great fun, so the job wasn't boring at all. I did it for about 3 years, until I left because I needed more time to study for my final exams at school.
Speaker 2.
I studied German at university, and at the end of my first year I went to Germany to practice my German. I found a job in a restaurant almost as soon as I arrived. The job was washing dishes, which I thought was going to be easy. Unfortunately, I was wrong. There was a machine in the kitchen that washed the plates and glasses and things like that, but my job was to clean the pots and pans that the chef had used. The saucepans were always completely black, and it used to take me hours to get everything clean. I didn't enjoy working there very much, and I was really happy when I had learnt enough German so that I could stop working there.
Speaker 3.
I don't know if you can call this a job, but I did get paid for it, even if it was only £5. When I was a teenager, I used to look after my cousins when my aunt and uncle wanted to go out. The children were a lot younger than me, so I had to babysit for them. I didn't do it every weekend, but it was probably about once a month. My uncle used to pick me up at about 7 and take me back to their house. I had to bath the children, give them their dinner, and play with them for an hour or so before they went to bed. They were no trouble at all to look after, and I absolutely loved being with them.
Speaker 4.
My dad's a painter, and so the summer after I finished school, I went to help him for a few weeks. At the time, my dad's company had a contract to paint all the exterior doors and windows of some houses on a new estate. The weather was great, not too hot and not too cold, so I didn't really mind it. The work was quite tiring because I spent most of the day climbing up and down a ladder, but I earned quite a lot of money that summer. But the best thing was spending some time with my dad and his mates. We had a really good laugh.
Speaker 5.
One of the first jobs I ever did was in a food processing company in Manchester. I was a student at the time, and I needed a temporary job during the holidays. Fortunately, the job was only for 2 weeks because it was really unpleasant. The worst day was when we were packaging hamburgers. I had to stand on the production line and count the burgers into groups of 5. Later, someone further down the line put the burgers in a box. The problem was that the burgers were frozen and we weren't allowed to use gloves. This meant that I had to pick up the ice-cold burgers with my hands. I've never had such cold fingers in all my life.